Welcome to the Arizona Wildcat Show, brought to you by Fry's Food Stores. I'm Star Sports Editor Ryan Finley, here with Daniel Burke. Daniel, in our last show, we talked about Andy Lopez's sudden retirement from the U of A. It sounds cold, but now let's talk about replacements.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I mean, to me, there is one surefire hot name that everybody's talking about.
Yeah, if we relate this to like college basketball, the Shaka Smart of the college baseball world is Andrew Checketts. He's the head coach at UCSB. And it was funny, I was talking to Jordan Brown, he used to play a couple years ago, and he doesn't really follow college baseball. And he was like, you mean to tell me that UCSB has a good program, like, and they're hosting regionals? Yeah. Well, yeah, that coach probably is pretty good. Yeah. So he's the hot name. ASU talked to him last year. Baylor will certainly talk to him this year. He's the hot name, but he just recently signed a contract extension, and I think he's kind of the hot name that will eventually burn out, and then you move on to your next tier of guys.
Okay, and that group includes?
Well, you look at Pepperdine, Steve Rodriguez, who obviously played for Andy Lopez in 1992 and won a national championship.
So Checketts played for Andy Lopez at Florida.
1 year for Florida, then transferred to Oregon State.
Okay.
With Rodriguez, he's done a really nice job there at Pepperdine. They made another regional this year, went to the Supers last year. But again, just kind of a stretch because he's so entrenched at Pepperdine, played there. And then if you start to maybe think, okay, if he doesn't need to hire a previous head coach, who's the top assistant coach in the country right now? You go to Vanderbilt, the school that won the national championship last year. Travis Jewett, who's from the state of Washington. Before he was the recruiting coordinator and hitting coach at Vanderbilt, he was the associate head coach at ASU. He has Pac-12 experience at ASU, Washington State, experience at Gonzaga and Edmonds Community College in Washington. To me, if I was Greg Byrne, Travis Jewett would probably be my first phone call. I would really want to sit down with him. He's known as maybe one of the best recruiters in college baseball. Mark Wasikowski, the assistant at Oregon, who was here for 10 years with Lopes. Darren Erstad at Nebraska.
Darren Erstad wouldn't leave Nebraska. He's Mr. Nebraska.
But
he was a punter on their football team.
The appeal to go to a school where you can really recruit and he can really get in the mix. I mean, Andy Lopez didn't coach UCLA.
Right.
I mean, it happens. So, yeah, I mean, I think there's other guys. I think there's guys that are off the radar. I think there's crazy names out there. Pat Murphy, Brad Mills, some names that I think you'll hear because this is the way that Greg Byrne likes to do things.
Stop right there.
Okay.
Pat Murphy.
First of all, I think Pat Murphy's one of those guys like an Urban Meyer in football where you don't rebuild with Pat Murphy. If he came in here, they wouldn't rebuild next year. He'd get a couple of horses. He would team them with Bobby Dahlbeck and J.J. Matajevic, and they'd be a good team. He's that good of a coach.
Should make for an exciting summer, Daniel Burke.
Sure.
Hope you haven't made any vacation plans.
No, we'll be here. I got 3 nights of Grateful Dead concerts in July. Other than that, we're good to go.
You hear that, Greg Byrne? No hirings in early
July.
Early July. Got it?
Please.
Good deal. That'll do it for this episode of the Arizona Wildcat Show, brought to you by Fry's Food Stores. For Daniel Burke, Grateful Dead, huh?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm Ryan Finley. We'll see you next time.
Try this matchup. Low prices and faster checkout. You can count on it at Fry's.